What's up, everybody? There's been a lot of talk from the dev talk that the developers just put out yesterday regarding all of the improvements and stuff, answering some questions coming into Black Ops 7 Zombies. So I wanted to make a video because I haven't watched the entire thing myself. I want to make a video just giving my reaction to everything, you know, what I think, just literally everything that I want to, you know, everything that I want to say. I want to put into a video, chat, all right? So I'm here, bro. I don't normally do stuff like this. Let's get it, chat, all right? Let's go, bro.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Drew.
Steve Bianchi here.
Mark Maestas.
And we're here from the Zombies team, and we're here today to answer questions coming out of the beta. What's changing from beta in Zombies? The beta was super helpful. We never had this before. It was really cool to just get all sorts of data, especially at high rounds. And so
especially high rounds.
We're gonna be making high round strats and damage values and things of that nature.
Let's get into some of the big ones. Are we getting a unique Zombies Hud this year? There is a unique Hud theme coming to Zombies at launch. We're really excited to have that in BO7 and look for some more in the upcoming seasons.
Why didn't
Yeah, the HUD that we had was absolute garbage. And I noticed that from the beginning. I never really said it, you know, very much because it's like, what am I going to do? But yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to the HUD and everything. You know, there's been a lot of like discussion about that. I haven't really just like paid attention to it. But I know that they mentioned bringing in like a BO3 Zombies HUD. I don't know if that, like, is that the unique HUD that they're talking about? Because dude, like, you would think I would know. I don't really pay attention to stuff like that very much. That's like the only thing that I've heard, you know, regarding the HUD and everything. So I'm not really sure.
Treyarch show off any HUD themes at COD Next? It simply just wasn't ready to show yet. So when we do COD Next, we use a build that's at this point a couple months dated. And so this was a feature that was later in our development cycle. The Zombies HUD theme is very unique for the mode. We're really excited about it, and we're going to show it to you before launch.
Weapons
Yeah, I look forward to that.
didn't feel strong enough after round 30 in the beta. So how are we going to address that?
We are looking at the higher rounds, and it's important for us that players are able to continuously play and maintain their ammunition by killing zombies, getting points, buying ammo, and the cycle continues. You didn't have access to your augments in the beta. Day one, you'll have access to anything you've unlocked in BO6, and that's going to be really
wait, hold on, wait.
ammo, and the cycle continues. You didn't have access to your augments in the beta. Day one, you'll have access to anything you've unlocked in BO6, and that's going to be really helpful for maintaining your economy.
So everything, okay, I actually didn't, well, at least I don't think that was confirmed. So we're actually having, like, I already knew all the augments was carrying over and everything. I just didn't know, like, on day one that we're actually getting everything from BO6 on day one. So, like, I'll be able to throw on reactive armor, right? And like my first game, you know, I'll be able to put on extra charge, right? On either charge. I didn't know that.
Did decide to increase the price just a little bit there. We saw that a lot of players were spending a little bit of essence and almost making that all back. So we're going to bump that up, and we're also going to reduce the attraction on that.
Also, we have this.
Reduce the what? Reduce the traction? What did he say?
Reduce the attraction on that.
Also,
I don't really know what he said. Reduce the traction? What does that mean? Reduce the traction. Obviously, though, yeah, every time I would use the trap on a higher round, I would just make a little bit more than the amount of money that it costs back. So, yeah. But that's actually interesting because that literally means you will have to, like, say there's a trap strat for Van Dorn Farm, you will have to actually get kills, you know, to profit points if you're using the trap, which is good. But with the system that they have in the game of where it's like you have to like shoot a ton of shots to get a kill, I wonder if that's going to actually be like harmful to the player in terms of like going for a high round if the strat is the same. So that's actually something to look forward to be honest. Regardless, I still think it's probably going to have been harder in the beta than it will be in the game, just because of the fact that you'll have access to all of the augments and everything. Like, for example, like PhD, right? You could just like PhD slide into the zombies, and that'll make a huge difference, right? You know, you'll have hardened plates, so you won't die as easily. So like things like that, you know, will make a difference.
We have this change with SMGs, where at really close ranges you'll get a damage bonus. The shock baton is getting some adjustments too. We wanted to make sure that
I never used that shock baton. I didn't even know that was the name of it.
Weapon is balanced with the new abilities of heavy attack and critical attack. It was doing pretty significant damage during the beta, and we wanted to make sure we have room to grow with other weapons and give them their own identities. We've also made some other minor adjustments to a few other weapons, which you can find out
when we go live. why?
So there's a damage boost with SMGs. I mean, we haven't had any map in BO6 or Cold War. I don't think. No. There's been no maps like in like the modern zombies that I've played where any sort of like bullet gun like that is like meta. I wonder if that's gonna change in this game, but I don't know. Usually, like literally every single BO6 map, if you look at it, every single map has had a OPS wonder weapon, except Citadel. But that map is the strategy for that is already easy as hell. But every single map has had an OP wonder weapon, so we'll see if that actually becomes.
Was the Doppleghast in the beta? So we want to make sure that each survival map kind of has its own identity, and we thought that at round 40, it's high enough rounds to kind of add in a little bit of variety to kind of spice up the loop there. We thought the Doppleghast is a great kind of intermediate between the Zersa and the normal zombies and the Ravagers. But that's going to be something like each survival map will kind of have its own unique identity. Don't expect the Doppelghast to be in every survival map. This might be the only survival map it's in.
Yeah, I actually thought it was good. I thought it was good, the fact that they had the Doppelghast in, and the reason why it actually added a bit more challenge. Whenever you're not having, like, I think I actually took it down. I think I actually took it down in my game from the Doppelghast. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. Actually, no, never mind. I didn't really take one that was like very fair. I hit that death barrier by the truck, and then the Doppelghast finished me off, and I was so pissed, bro. I was so fucking pissed, bro. All right, but the point is, I felt like it was actually, something that added a little bit more challenge to it. Because every time you take out the bear, then it's just zombies. It's a lot easier, But throwing that Doppelghast in there every now and then, it actually makes it a little bit more challenging, which is good, Like a lot of zombies needs that. Zombies needs it. It needs to be challenging. It needs to feel like harder for it to feel more rewarding.
Every special elite enemy from Black Ops 6 coming to Black Ops 7? No. So for the most part,
I heard about this.
The enemies from Black Ops 6 aren't coming over. In general, like the evolutionary chain from Black Ops 6, so Parasite, Vermin, and Amalgam are not coming to Black Ops 7.
Yes!
No Manglers.
Tell us more about Cursed.
I didn't hear about the Parasites and the Vermin, but I heard no Manglers or Amalgams coming. Dude, that is crazy, bro. I'm so sick. No, I'm not even the only one, bro. I'm not even gonna say, bro. Like if y'all play BO6 and you play high rounds, you already know what it's like, bro. No.
Love to tell you more about Cursed, but the mode is inherently built to be about discovery and letting the community figure out what is all in there. So we're trying to kind of strike that balance of letting you know the general shape of the mode. It's a harder, more advanced mode. And once you're in there, you have the classic point system, no mini map. You start with the pistol, but besides that, there's other attributes that change, like ammo costs and things like that. But what you're doing in there is you're trying to find these relics, and each relic is this additional difficulty modifier. So you find that, you unlock it permanently, and you can activate relics and make the mode even harder. But by doing so, you'll also unlock additional rewards. And the first reward is once you hit kind of tier 1, is golden armor now becomes available in Cursed as a wall buy. With that said, let's try to answer some of.
I don't really know how I feel about that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know how I feel about that. Not gonna lie. I don't really like the idea of. First off, a lot of people didn't even expect for the armor play system to be returning into Curse. Hold on, let me fix this. Hold on, 1 second. A lot of people didn't expect that whole system to be returning. I am not a fan of that, and I know I'm not the only one who thinks that. I don't like the armor play system. I think it's really something that has ruined a lot of the fun for zombies, and a lot of people will agree on that. A lot of people have pointed that out, and I feel like Cursed was kind of, potentially like an opportunity to figure out a way to remove that from the game, allowing players to kind of have that more OG feel, and they pretty much just missed that. They pretty much just missed that. I don't really think I like that, to be honest. I don't. Like, that's a pretty big L. Like, yes, I understand that, like, with the current Zombies engine that we have, armor plates are needed, right? Because, like, if I was playing, like, my Van Doren Farm game, if I was playing at that round, I was a two-hit death. I was a two-hit death by zombies if I didn't have armor plates. So it's like, I get it, but also, there was a time where armor plates simply were not needed in zombies. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. I didn't play Black Ops 4, but I don't really know. The point is like, there was a point where we did not need armor plates. So it's like they could have. I feel like they definitely could have done something, despite the fact that it's a newer zombies like game engine overall. I feel like they could have done something to remove that from the game. For Cursed, I really would have wanted to see that because I don't want that.
of the questions you.
By the way, hold on, wait, sorry. A lot of you guys have asked me if I'm gonna be running cursed like to round caps in the game. Yes, my answer to you guys, yes, I will be doing that. The only thing is at launch, as well as the launch of every single map, I won't be able to run cursed to round cap, and the reason why is because everybody is gonna be like the thing I care about mainly is like the content, right? The content that I do for my viewers and everything. So I'm always trying to do whatever's gonna do best for the channel, right? Because like obviously, you know, that's what I care about the most. And yeah, that's just not gonna be the case for reaching round cap. Doing cursed, it's like you're not gonna reach round cap first if you're playing the cursed game mode. It's just not gonna happen. It's like you're not gonna beat anybody playing in the normal game mode. Is what I'm saying. So for that reason, I won't be doing it for maps when they launch. But I plan to potentially do it for survival maps, so I'll kind of like give more, you know, insight on that when the game is like actually out and everything. But just because I've been asked that question a lot.
The mode. Can we get cursed at launch without having to unlock it? So we know there's a lot of discussion about this, and we totally understand that players want to experience this version of Zombies. So what we're gonna do is unlock cursed as soon as someone out in the world completes the main quest in
I heard
Ashes
about
of the
this.
Damned. We'll make sure that everyone's able to go.
We need Kingman to step up, bro. We need Kingman to step up, bro. We need Noah J, dude. Like, just bring in the whole SWAT team.
Into that mode.
Bring in the cavalry, bro.
No pressure.
That's actually crazy because that brings so much more hype to the Easter egg hunt. Like, this is probably gonna be the most hype Easter egg hunt that there ever has been. Because like, can you imagine being the guy who beats the Easter egg and you unlock curse for the whole world? That's crazy. That's a crazy feeling. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
To be a relic to remove armor in cursed.
I was just talking about this.
You really need armor to survive these high rounds. It's a harsh world out there. Without armor, you die pretty quickly.
I was just saying that before.
So we do have an augment for Vulture Aid that will automatically replay an armor piece for you when you pick it up. But also, there's golden armor, which you can get after you upgrade to the 3 plates.
You're gonna need golden armor in Cursed. It's a really challenging mode. When you start stacking those relics at higher tiers, it's essential.
Can we get some?
Oh my god, bro. Dude, like, judging by the look of it right now, I don't like how Curse sounds. I don't like how Curse sounds at all right now. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I'm not a very much of a fan. I would have to play it and then give my own opinion on it. But right now, the way that they're making it seem, I don't like Curse. It's like this legendary opportunity to like be able to give players like. All right, I'm gonna just be honest. It's literally the armor play system. It's the armor play system. Like, bringing that whole thing into it, it's just like I get it. You know, I get it. That's like the whole. Like I was saying before, that's how the modern game engine for zombies is designed. I get it. I understand that, but they surely could have like figured out a way. You know what I'm saying? Like they surely could have figured out a way to remove that from Zombies itself. There was a point where armor plates weren't needed in Zombies. There were several Call of Duties where that was not a thing. That was only brought up into Zombies, I think in 2020, right? Like there's a way to remove that from Zombies, I'm sure. I mean, I wouldn't know how. I'm not one of the developers, right? But it's like I look up to them as like the people who should be able to like think of that type of thing. Like I really don't enjoy that.
Legacy weapons in BO7 Zombies, like the Olympia and PPSH 41. We've seen the discussion about this, and we are looking into how this might be doable, but no promises. Was the X52 Resonator from Season 6 originally supposed to be a wonder weapon? So, we've seen your theories on that.
Yeah, this is this new wonder weapon that just came out in BO6. I'm not really interested in like playing BO6 though, because it's really like I'm really burnt out on that game right now.
And sometimes the community can be pretty accurate, but in this case, no. This weapon was concepted a couple months after Shattered Veil had shipped, and it's intended for the Season 6 haunting, you know, where the weapons team could really let loose and create, you know, another fantastic weapon. This one in particular is made for the whole game. So, you know, MP and zombies.
What was the highest round someone reached during the beta?
I wonder. If I really put my mind to it, and I sit here and I think, it must be a really cool guy. It must be a really cool. You guys should actually go and subscribe to the guy who got the highest round in the beta. That guy is such a goat, bro. Like, if I was gay, I would just make out.
It was 617, which is an impressive number given the time that players had to play Van Dorn Farm. So congratulations.
Yeah, that grind was not easy. That was the hardest grind that I ever did, bro. Like I've grinded a lot of Zombies records and stuff like that. That was the hardest grind that I ever did. And I'm not talking about like in terms of like difficulty. Like yes, it was pretty difficult, but overall, like day one, I did a 40-hour stream. Then I like did like a few streams that was like a little bit less than 24 hours, or like a little bit less than like you know, nothing too crazy because I was too tired. You know, I couldn't. So then I decided to sleep for 12 hours finally while the beta was out. And then the last session, I was going to be playing another 40 hours straight through all the way to the end. So for those of you who don't know, it's like I put in so many hours. It was so like bad for me, like for my body. Like I was getting so hungry like so often, right? Like and then I would eat like a little bit and I would be like full. I would constantly have to use the bathroom. It was just bad. It was bad. Like stuff like that is not good for you. But like the grind itself was, you know, I consider it worth it for the channel. You know, it's not often that I have to do a crazy grind like that. So it's just, yeah, I think you know, it was worth it. And I it's funny to say that because I will be going harder when BL7 drops. So be ready for that.
Be a super Easter egg in Black Ops 7. A super Easter egg is something that we care a lot about. We know the community cares a lot about, and we want to do it right. So it's something we're looking into for Black Ops 7. This being a continuation from 6 to 7, it makes a lot of sense if we're going to do one to have it at the end.
Anybody who types that in my comments, you're getting banned.
Of this year.
Thanks for the feedback during the beta. We love the passion from the community.
We want to keep things as much of a secret as we can for Zombies, but we will have more details coming soon as we head towards launch. See you then.
See you then.
All right, that is it. Oh, I didn't mean to play that. Okay. Well, overall, you know, it's like I enjoyed the beta itself. I think it was probably like the most enjoyable modern Zombies, like anything that I've done. And that's saying something, you know, so it's like, it shows like they're on a step in the right direction, which is good. There's been a lot of stuff that they kind of messed up with in BO6, in my opinion, let alone how poorly stabilized that game was. So hopefully BO7 will be better in terms of that. But, you know, obviously it's like I look forward to the game itself. You know, I really appreciate the fact that they actually have taken time to, you know, finally, listen to the community, you know, listen to our voices, our opinions, and whether it's forced or not. Look, man, it's just nice to like actually like be able to like enjoy the game as it, you know, as it is, and then it's also like speak our voices and then have the people who make the game and like create the game and stuff like that listen to us. So that's what I find important. That's what I find important. Hopefully, you know, the game will be good in that sense. Look, like I said, I don't normally put videos out like this, so let me know what you guys think, all right, in terms of this video style. And yeah, I mean, obviously it's not, you know, it's not like anything like crazy, you know, just a bit of a reaction and everything. Let me know what you guys think in the comments as well too, chat. Let me know your guys' opinions on some of the stuff that I said, some of the stuff you guys want to see that's improved for the game itself. And let me know, most of all, if you guys are hyped for launch, chat. Like, launch is going to be the most, I think it's going to be the most competitive 999 race that there probably ever will be. That's what I predict. So, hey man, I'm all for it. And November 14th, man, we show up and we go all in, chat. We go all in, bro, all right? But other than that, be sure to drop a sub on the channel and to follow all my socials. The link are in the description. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody. See ya.